Hi, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm at Dunn's Rivers Falls, which is the single biggest tourist attraction in Jamaica. And the reason why these falls are so popular is because you can climb up them. You actually start at the bottom and then climb all the way to the top, and if I turn round you can see that there's a guided tour that's just starting down here at the moment. Now I'm just waiting for my tour to get enough people on it, so you have to have around 25 people before you can start the tour. Now Dunn's River Falls is roundabout in the centre of Jamaica, and it's taken me roughly about 2.5 hours to get here from my hotel. But it was organised through my hotel. I went to one of the tour desks and we came on a bus. There was about 12 of us on quite a big bus, so it's quite relaxing. We stopped off, bought some water shoes, so that's one of the tips if you are coming. They don't allow you in any Crocs or any other sort of shoes. You have to have water shoes. So when we stopped off, basically everybody had to buy them for $10. So tip for today is if you're coming here and you've got some water shoes, bring them with you, or maybe you want to buy some in advance. If I turn this camera around, you can see all the people who are climbing in front of me here have all got the water shoes on, so you will need them if you're coming here. So this is where the climb starts, down at the beach, and this is quite an amazing beach. I've got to get going because my guide has just called us to get into our chain. So here we are standing at the bottom of the falls waiting to climb, and as you can see the water is quite fast moving. Now I filmed all of this on my phone using a waterproof bag that you have around your neck, and I think that's one of the key issues here, that you can't carry anything with you. No sunglasses, no cameras in your hands, so if you're wanting to film it you'll need to get one of those waterproof bags as well. Now as you can see from the climb, it's different levels, so you go up a level and then you come to more of a flatter piece and then you climb again, and some of the water is quite fast moving and some of the rocks are quite slippery. Now the guys actually go through the course every single morning in advance with a wire brush, and they remove most of the algae, but that's only in a relatively small patch, so you need to follow where your guide is going because he knows exactly where the safe places are to climb. But this is such a good fun day out because you're actually in a real live waterfall, and it's quite exhilarating climbing up. It's quite fun. You can see that there's lots of different people of all different ages and shapes and sizes, so this is really something that anybody can do as long as you're able to climb up relatively small places. Now there are footholds along the way, so it's not too difficult. If you're used to just scrambling up, then you'll easily be able to do it. But it's really refreshing. The water is obviously super clean and fast moving, and this is just a really fun day out for all the family. So if you're coming to Jamaica, I would definitely recommend putting this onto your agenda because I don't think there are many places in the world where you can actually climb up waterfalls, unless you're obviously an experienced outdoor person and you go and climb up waterfalls at the weekend just for fun. This is the sort of event that you can't do anywhere else around the globe. Well, maybe a few places, but here in Jamaica, this is one of the biggest tourist attractions, and I would definitely recommend putting it onto your agenda. Now, the fun thing is really when you get to the level places and you can stand around and have a look around, and you can see from this footage here that I actually came to a small slide area, and the guide asked me if I wanted to take the slide, which I did. As you can see, I went quite deep underwater. You can see my feet sticking out a long time before my head re-emerges, and things like that are really good fun. The water is super fresh, it's clean, it's not salty, so it was really quite a nice feeling to do it. Lots of people did that little slide. Things like that really make the day, and I think what's great about this climb is that you feel a sense of achievement at the end of it. It's around 1,000 feet that you're climbing up, so it's relatively long. It takes around about an hour to complete it, but it's the sort of thing that once you've done it you feel like you've achieved something that day. And the guides are really helpful and friendly, and they were taking lots of photos, so you can buy the official photo and video. When we did it, it was $40 for the package, which we thought was probably okay because
the photos that I took on my camera came out a little bit varied. So some of them were a bit milky because in the bag itself you get a bit of condensation, or it just doesn't come out very well. So I got some decent footage here, but the selfie photos that I took weren't particularly great. So I think one of the tips is that maybe take along $40 or take along your phone so you can pay on Apple Pay so that you can capture the souvenirs afterwards.
So here I am at the end of Dunn's River Fall climb. Just completed it. It is great fun. You climb around about 1,000 feet and it's not particularly steep, but the river is quite fast moving. Now, the guide told us that basically what they do, they go around with a wire brush in the morning and scrape off all the algae in a particular path. So you have to follow where the guide is going. And I know from my own experience just here, if you step just even 1 foot to the left or the right, it is incredibly slippy. And we actually saw a family who came on their own. They weren't with a guide. They decided to climb up the middle of the falls. All 3 of them got completely wiped out. There was a little boy who was probably about 5, his mum and his dad, they all went down, all bounced off the rocks. So don't come here and decide to do your own path. Get a guide, go with the guide, follow the guide's path, and you'll be totally safe. But this is such a great fun day out. Definitely recommend it. Now, the guys take a video of you and some photos, as always with these sorts of attractions. Today, they're charging $41 for that video and photo package, which I think is probably reasonable. Now, I've had a cover on my phone whilst I was coming up here, one of these waterproof bags. So the quality of the video isn't quite as good because obviously you're filming through a bag, not just through your phone, but it's still pretty good. It's pretty safe, and I didn't fall over. I went down the slide, which was good fun. Halfway on the climb, you can sit in a little patch and you slide into the water. You get fully submerged. You can see my hair has got completely wet, so it's all looking a bit of a mess at the moment. But this is such a great fun day out. If you're coming to Jamaica, you have to come to Dunn's River Falls. Climb this up. It's not too difficult, it's not too strenuous, but it is great fun. Definitely recommended. Thank you for watching this video all the way through to the end. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again on the next.